Wildcard weekend in the NFL is here, so it is time for you guys to get my predictions for Wildcard weekend. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the NFL playoffs. And I apologize, guys. I should have gotten this video out much sooner. And so this is kind of a last minute thing here, but you guys know I've been swamped in kind of the coverage with the Bears. And yeah, no excuses still, but hey, better late than never. Let's get into it. All right, so the first games that we have on Saturday, we've got the Seahawks at the 49ers. The spread at the time I've seen is -9.5 in favor of the San Francisco 49ers, folks. And I got to tell you, you know, plain and simple here, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with the analysis because I don't think you need one in this one. I'm going with the 49ers here to win, which isn't a big surprise because they're 9.5-point favorites, but I'm going to take them to cover that spread as well. I think this is a mismatch here, people. The Seattle Seahawks defense isn't good, and the 49ers are clicking on all cylinders now. Now, obviously, they, you know, haven't lost with Brock Purdy, their third-string quarterback, and so a lot of people thinking that's their weakness. Well, Purdy hasn't looked like it. 13 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. He's been more than what you can expect for in a third-string quarterback. The 49ers have the running game. Debo's back, like all the weapons in the world. Kyle Shanahan, we know what he can do. And, of course, the defense. I mean, this is going to be like a beatdown. I really feel like it because it's just a mismatch. The 49ers are physical. They're going to get to Geno. They're going to be able to cover DK and Tyler Lockett. And so I think this is going to be a pretty lopsided game. And I just don't think the Seattle Seahawks defense is going to be able to stop the 49ers. And I think the 49ers defense is going to be able to stop the Seahawks offense fairly easily. So yeah, I think this is going to be not particularly close. Give me the San Francisco 49ers, just a better overall team. Tell me where the Seahawks have the advantage. I certainly don't see it. Again, you can say the quarterback, but Purdy's playing unbelievable right now. And until he proves otherwise, we got to go with it. All right, let's move on to the second game. We got the Chargers at the Jaguars. The spread in this one, much closer, -2 in favor of the Jaguars. Excuse me, the Chargers, who are the road team in this one. This is playing in Jacksonville. They did win the division. And this one was a little tougher for me, but I'm going with the Chargers. And I'll take them to cover -2. Again, if it was -3, I'd probably take the Jaguars here to cover that spread. But -2, I mean, I think the Chargers can pull it out here. Now, big news, no Mike Williams for them this weekend. That was a complete mismanagement by head coach Brandon Staley. I don't know what he was thinking playing the starters in that last game. And now it cost them. But I don't think it's going to cost them enough for this game. It could hurt them later on as they advance, if they advance. But this game, they should still be able to handle business. Still got Keenan Allen. Still got Austin Eckler. And then you got guys that can step up in Josh Palmer and DeAndre Carter. Of course, you got Gerald Everett. So the Chargers have enough weapons for at least this game. And when I look at this matchup, I'm looking at the Jaguars and I'm looking at the Chargers. And the big focus here is, can the Jaguars stop the Chargers offense? And then the other way that I'm going to look at is, can Travis Etienne, you know, beat down the Chargers run defense, which hasn't been very good. And so I feel like this is a game where, you know, it's going to go back and forth. It'll be close, but I'm taking Herbert over Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has made big strides this year, but I still think Justin Herbert's better. And so we know that the Chargers secondary is fairly solid. Again, their run defense is where they're weak. Well, do I trust Travis Etienne to tear them up and punish them there? I don't know. I think he'll be decent, but I don't think he'll be that great. And so when we're talking about that, we're just talking about overall, who's the better offense? I think the Chargers are. I think they have more weapons. Who's the better quarterback? Again, Justin Herbert over Trevor Lawrence. I still think the Chargers have the better defense. And so I just feel like, similar to the analysis with the 49ers and the Seahawks, the Chargers just have the slightly better team here. The Jaguars are on the rise, up and up, but the better team here is the Los Angeles Chargers. So give me the Chargers to win this game in advance. All right, let's move on now to the Sunday games. We got a couple of fun ones here and a couple of ones that got ruined by injuries. And the first one did. Miami at Buffalo. Skylar Thompson starting for the Dolphins. All right, no Tua Tagovailoa, folks. It's a 13.5-point spread. I'm sorry, this one doesn't need a lot of analysis. Buffalo should absolutely destroy the Dolphins here. Yes, Skylar Thompson's played pretty well for a rookie, absolutely, and he's got Tyreek Hill, he's got Jalen Waddle, but when I look at the Bills, and I look at the fact that, obviously, you got Josh Allen, you got Dage, you got that defense, you got just that potent offense, I don't see how this is not going to be a complete blowout here. They're at home. I'm willing to swallow the points. Give me the 13.5. They're 2 touchdown favorites. I think they blow them out here. I don't think it's going to be very close. And so, again, would love to dive deeper into this, but I just don't see why. Give me the Bills. Let's move on here. Giants at Vikings. This one closer, spread -3, much closer, in favor of the Minnesota Vikings. I have seen a lot of people pick the Giants here to upset the Vikings. And I don't think it's a bad pick, but the Vikings are at home here, right? They're at their home confine, dome environment. This is where Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, this offense excels. And the Giants defense is not very good. So Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins, they should be able to do whatever they want. And if you're asking me to pick between offenses, it's not close. The Vikings offense is better. They have way more weapons. And the Giants to me has been a team all season long that's played above their expectations. That's why I believe Brian Daboll is going to get Coach of the Year, because they've been playing out of their minds. But I just feel like this is a talent mismatch again. Daniel Jones has made strides this year, but again, not elite. Saquon Barkley is their one elite player. And then who do they have at wideout? No one that scares you at all. And again, defensively, I don't think they're that scary. So Vikings should be able to move the ball as much as they want in this one. Give me the Vikings to win this game, and I think they cover the spread -3. If we were talking about this game beating New York, whole different story, but we're not. All right, Baltimore Ravens at Cincinnati Bengals. Again, another game ruined by injury. No Lamar Jackson, most likely. It's going to be probably the third-string quarterback for the Ravens. Who even knows if Tyler Huntley is going to play, but either which way, even if Lamar was playing, this doesn't change my pick. I'm taking the Bengals in this one. -8.5 points spread. Give me that spread. I'll swallow the points. Again, just such a better offense here. Joe Burrow's had one of the best seasons of his career. Like, he was lights out this year. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst, Joe Mixon. I mean, loaded offense. Defense has improved. Like, come on. It would have to take a minor miracle for the Ravens to win here. Not saying it can't happen, but I'm not going to bet that. So give me the Bengals here. Again, sorry, I'd love to get into more of the analysis, but I just don't see it. It's a mismatch on paper, and the Bengals are at home. All right, finally, this one should be a very fun one. Monday Night Football, Dallas Cowboys at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this one, if you guys have noticed, thus far I've picked pretty much all the favorites. And you know what? I know there's always some upsets, but I'm going with my gut here, what I truly believe happens. But here we go. My first upset, I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here to beat the Dallas Cowboys. They're underdogs. In this one, Cowboys are favored by 2.5. Tom Brady 6-0 in his career against the Cowboys, and they're on the road. This is going to be in Tampa. We know how Tom Brady gets in the playoffs. Like, if you're telling me, do I trust the Dallas Cowboys or do I trust Tom Brady? It is not close. It is literally 100% to 0. I do not trust the Cowboys when it comes to the playoffs, and I don't trust them certainly compared to Tom Brady. Tom Brady rises his play in the playoffs. The Cowboys do not. And so to me, I'm going with the Bucs here. Now, more on the football side of things here. Taking a look at this game, look, the Dallas Cowboys defense is solid. We know that. But I still feel like Tampa has enough weapons with Evans, with Godwin, with Leonard Fournette, and, of course, with the GOAT to be able to move the football. And this is going to be a grinded out game. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring. But I think the Bucs somehow get out of this one. I think they got a lot of momentum in that last game that they played. Not the last game of the season, the one where the Stars played the full game against the Panthers, where Mike Evans had that big 3-touchdown, 200-yard game. I think, again, Tom Brady in the playoffs, you don't bet against this man. And then we look at Dak Prescott, man, he's been throwing a lot of pick sixes, a lot of interceptions. You know, Tampa Bay's defense, even though they've regressed a little bit, they can still be solid. I'm not confident in Dak. Yeah, he's got weapons in CD, and you got Zeke and Pollard, but we know how Tampa Bay's run defense has been over the past couple of seasons. So if the run defense is able to stop Zeke and Pollard, and you're putting a ball in the hands of Dak Prescott, Is he going to be able to deliver, or is he going to throw pick sixes like he has been? I'd probably lean towards the latter. So give me the Cowboys to lose in this one. I'll take the Bucs to win. Upset of the week comes on Monday Night Football. So there you have it, folks. My full picks and predictions for Wild Card Weekend. So again, just to recap, I got the 49ers covering the spread against Seahawks, Chargers covering against the Jaguars and winning, Buffalo, Minnesota, Cincinnati, all covering, and then Tampa Bay upsetting the Cowboys. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always.